What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get off into this, man. So, Papoose and Claressa Shields appeared on Tamron Hall show. I believe that's the woman name. And they were talking about their relationship and how it started and how they met each other and where they at right now as a result of them meeting each other. And here's the thing, man, I get, man, like, that's why it's a split between these things. And I keep telling people, stop choosing sides, please. Stop getting so caught up into the entertainment world that you believe you these people relatives. Stop doing that. Because what you're going to find out is that for the most part, all these people are wrong. And when you have a love and respect for God, you stand for the truth. No matter what. Feelings mean nothing when the truth is on the line. And you're not helping nobody when you cover for them when you know they're in the wrong. Now, the thing that got me listening to this in the interview was she asked them about their relationship and how they met. And both of them was very dishonest in what was going on, to the point that it was like Remy shade. And I get it for the most part. I get how a lot of people ain't liking what Remy did because they have favor with Papoose. But at the same time, y'all are missing out on the biggest point that both Remy and Papoose is guilty of. Bringing other people in their marriage while still married. That's what makes both of them wrong in what they're doing. Yes, you want to see Claressa Shields with Papoose because you feel he deserving of it, knowing that Remy was an adulterous woman who stepped out on him first. And as a result of that, you like Claressa Shields because you liked her before she got with Papoose. Now she with Papoose. They seem to make a good couple. They seem to be happy with each other. So you want it to work out between them. But here's the facts that still remains. He's still married to Remy Ma. He's still in love with Remy Ma. You have to be foolish to think he's not when he was with this woman for 20 years and just started dating Claressa Shields 1 year ago. And he didn't even want to so-called leave. So with that being said, so many women be too emotional of feelings and I'm gonna say empathy with the situation without actually looking at where is what makes it so messed up. And then I ain't gonna do nothing but show y'all the truth. You can wrestle and argue with it all you want. I'm just gonna show you the truth. It ain't about side to me. I ain't on nobody's side. Right is right, wrong is wrong. The Bible say, let every man be a liar and God be the truth. I love God over people. I love the truth, not the lie. So with that being said, when I'm listening to this interview that I'm about to play y'all, that they just recently did, and when they were being questioned about how they met, they were being very dishonest because they don't want to look bad about the underhanded thing that they both were guilty of, both Claressa Shields and Papoose. Now, I'm going to let it play. And this is what I mean by, like, not taking sides. If those of y'all who've been following this story of all the evidence that's out here, pay attention to what's being said and line it up what we know to be already put out here that's already been proven to be a fact. Watch this.
I want to go back to last summer when you guys went, I guess, official, not Instagram official. You went extra official.
Right,
he walked out with you for the fight.
Yes.
But even before that, you guys, who was in whose DM? Because I know something went down in the DM.
Well, we met at the Shakur Stevenson fight.
Yeah.
And then
you shook her hand and said you were a fan.
Yeah, I happened to be walking to my seat and
you happened to be.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, is that Claressa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something?
So he'd been a fan. You get your moment to say I'm a fan.
I see her. And when I went to shake her hand, I realized how beautiful she was. I was like, oh.
Okay, so he said he saw her at the Shakur Stevenson fight. He walked past her and said, "Oh, that's Claressa Shields. Oh, wow, she beautiful." Well, that ain't what you told Remy Ma. When Remy found out that you was talking to Claressa Shields as a result of basically being mad at what she had did with Easy the Block Captain, in your attempt to get back at her, when she found out that you was talking to Claressa Shields and she confronted you on that, you told her, "I wouldn't dare touch her. She's ugly." Remy put that out there. You never once contested it, said that she was wrong about what you said. And I'm just going to keep it real. I believed you told Remy that. Whether you were telling the truth or not, I still believe that when she confronted you about that, you told her that. You told her that. I believe that. Regardless to regardless to the fact that Remy did what she did, that still don't mean that woman is lying about everything that went on. And I refuse to believe that. Okay? I believe when she confronted you about that situation, you said that. Because here's the thing we know to be true, man. We're not going to play these games. When Claressa Shields got her makeup on and, she got a new attitude and she got a new stylist and things she doing, she looked presentable. But we not going to play these games and act like that was her look. Okay? We know for the most part, and Claressa Shields even on record saying this too, that she used to be bullied and picked on and called ugly. Okay? So we know that Claressa Shields ain't pretty. It's just like Venus and Serena Williams. When we started out watching them, they were ugly. But as they got into the money and got bigger and got stylists and makeup and things like that, Serena, she had to do it. Look, she was so uncomfortable with herself. She had to do a total, complete makeover. She done bleached her skin now, like got plastic surgery because she wasn't happy with how she looked neither. So when you say I walked past her and I saw how beautiful she was, this what I be meaning, bro. No. I'm sorry. No, I don't buy that one. Even though I know you have to say that now because you right here with her, but I don't believe that part. I don't at all. I believe what Remy said you told her when she confronted you because you wanted to let Remy know, like, I would never, because you loved your wife. You didn't want to leave. You still wanted your family. And you needed to convince her that wasn't nothing going on. And you used something that she knew to be true to give you a pass by saying that Claressa Shields was ugly. But now you do this interview and you're saying, "Oh, I walked past her." And I'm like, "Wow, she beautiful." I just don't buy that, man. Because everybody know Claressa Shields was said to be ugly. She just now bettering herself up, stepping to the plate in competition with Remy.
And so, never to be shy, as the rumor I heard, you then slipped into the DMs and offered him VIP tickets to the fight.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you know what?
She did. She did.
No, so it was like he's a fan of boxing, and why not come and see the greatest fight? Yeah. But I did recognize, like, right away, I'm like, that's a good-looking man. So I thought to myself, I said, hey, you gotta be blind and I say he's a good-looking man. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, now pay attention to what just happened there. Notice in all this conversation, they make it seem like Remy is nowhere in the equation. He just saw her, having no knowledge of her in the Remy situation. Remember, at the Shakur Stevenson fight, Remy released text messages of her and Claressa going all the way back to 2021. Family and friends said they was all at a COVID party together in 2020. Papoose and Claressa Shields both know that Remy and Claressa Shields was cool. Claressa Shields was basically asking Remy to be a stylist for her. We saw the text messages. We put them up. So now you want us to believe that y'all just met each other out of nowhere and Remy is nowhere in the equation. When at this time, you literally girling Remy. Remy, you got a stylist? Remy, who's your stylist? Could you help me get these clothes together? Could you tell me this? What you eating? What you watching on TV? Literally, message after message after message after message. You still in town? Girl, I just miss you. Oh, man, I love you, boo-boo. I love you, too. This is what they literally saying to each other in text messages together. Then she says, she saw him like, ooh, this is a good-looking man. Okay, another problem I have. Of course, you could acknowledge he's a good-looking man. But how could you see him without seeing Remy? How could you see him without seeing Remy? How? That's just like acknowledging Will Smith without Jada Pinkett popping up in your head, or seeing Jada Pinkett without acknowledging Will Smith. It's like things like that, like, what? How you see Papoose without acknowledging Remy Ma? How do you see Remy without acknowledging Papoose? But according to her, she just saw a handsome man while at the same time you in contact with his wife. And he knows you and his wife is cool with each other because he know all Remy affairs. He knows all Remy's affairs because he was very clingy to Remy. And that's what Remy was saying she had a problem with to some degree because he was very, very clingy. I'm going to give you an example of how it's actually programmed in him to be clingy like that. Let me show you an example of what I mean. Pay attention to how he, without saying it in words, though, but strongly is basically, see, you got to pay attention. See, I'm a master at this stuff. I have the spirit of discernment. I understand body language, expressions, words, all that. I study this stuff. Pay attention to when her hand is no longer in his hand and what he do. Watch this. Okay. Look at how he noticed. Watch this. Look at how he noticed. Now, both of her hands is in her own hands. Look at how he looking at his hand and hers not in it. And he's laughing, but looking over at her like, give me back your hand. Watch this. I'm going to go take the speed off. Now, the reason why I have the speed on like this is because they be flagging channels. And sometimes if I put the speed up high or lower, it could go through because it's like I'm not using the same video. But I have to do this. Matter of fact, let me do it in slow motion a little bit just so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. Watch this. Now, there we go in front of y'all face. Look, both of her hands is in her hand. He's laughing, but he's looking at it like, look, what the hell are you doing? Put your hand back in here. Watch this. Watch this. I'm playing this in slow motion. Look. She did. He tapped her leg. He tapped her leg like, look at my hand. Watch this. Pay attention. Look, laughing. Wait, let me go to slow motion. Let me show you something. Because see, people, boy, some people just slow to the beat. Watch this.
She did. She did. She did.
See that? Watch.
She did. She did.
Look. Then he slide his hand, look, he slide his fingers between her hands and lift it up to place it back in his. Look.
Yeah.
See that?
No.
Then he clutch it. Look, I'm telling you, boy.
You know what?
She did.
Bang,
She
pop
did.
on the leg, slide the finger under and lift. Four. See?
No.
Right there. See what I mean? Right there. Right there. That's the same thing Remy was talking about. Now, some of you women will be like, oh, I know, oh, I would love that. I would love to have a man. I want a man to be clingy over me. I want him to hold my hand everywhere I go. Listen, but when you've been doing that for 15, 16 years, no. Like, bro, please, could I just get a break? Well, I don't have to do this. And see, that's what I be trying to say, man. Like, people are just so selective and so slow to the beat. But they not even seeing mentally, subconsciously, this is the operation of a line of control. Like, and it's a lie. Especially when I know the truth. I know the truth of what was it. This, I don't like the lie, because you're trying to present it to us as, oh, this is what it was. When in reality, no, this was get back. I'm sorry, this was get back. It's already been proven and said by family and friends that Claressa Shields grew up watching Love and Hip Hop at the time with Papoose and Remy was headlining it. They were very popular. And you know, most of these girls coming up now, they love all these reality shows of fighting and violence and rap and glamorous life. They love that. These reality shows took off big as a result of feeding people's negativity. So during this time when Claressa Shields was a teenager, because if you go back to when Remy Ma and Papoose was doing Love and Hip Hop, Claressa Shields is a teenager. But she's infatuated with Papoose and she's envious of Remy Ma. At the time when she's going through being talked about, bullied, and wrestling with herself as a young lady. So she finding an escape in one of her favorite shows where she see a man who presented to be honorable, loving, protective, and family orientated and love his wife, that she fell in love with the idea of the possibility of one day having that for herself. And how much more the man himself, when she grow in her popularity and now in the same conversations with these people, that she now can live out her childhood fantasy of what she always was wanting. A man like Papoose. And now she's able to be face to face with him for the first time. Always having a crush on him ever since she was a teenager. So when they try to make it seem as though this is some out of the blue thing, like, oh, wow, Papoose, this is a handsome man. Everybody know who his wife is. That never once dawned on you. When at the same time you talking to her for years. So it was get back as a means of him being mad at what she did to him with the Easy to Block situation. I get it. My only thing is, you can't lie and give me the Kool-Aid. You can't feed me the soup when I understand the meat of the situation. Yes, I get people like him. Yes, I get you honor him. But it still don't change the fact of where it was wrong at. He knew Claressa Shields and Remy Ma was talking to each other. They just trying to rule that whole part out because it makes their image look good. Because this is what they're selling. Because if anybody using their right mind, they'll know, like, yeah, that was out of pocket, though. Yeah, I see she did that. But at the same time, Claressa Shields knew what she was doing, and Papoose knew what he was doing. Papoose knew that Remy Ma and Claressa Shields was talking to each other and had this girly girl relationship going on. We saw it all in the text messages. Remy like, "Ooh, girl, you the greatest of all time. I love you, boo boo. Oh, I love you too, Remy." That's what they were saying to each other. Papoose knew about that. But what they didn't know was the teenage Claressa Shields, who was growing up watching them, was already in play of going after her childhood fantasy. So when she, like she said, I slid into his DM and offered him a VIP. How you slide into his DMs at the same time, girly girl with his wife? How you slide into his DMs when you know who his wife is? He know you kick it with his wife. How he accept the invitation knowing that y'all are friends? Because at the time, he was hurt. He was shamed. He was embarrassed of what Remy did to him. So he feel, I'm going to get back at you too. What make it even better is we also find out they was going, see, this is what I'm saying. Claressa Shields got to be careful, man. We also understand that they was going through money problems. Remy Ma was saying that Papoose was broke. Papoose was saying that Remy didn't have no money. So the common denominator is that they going through a financial problem within their marriage. We know that Remy used that to mess with Easy the Block Captain to actually exploit his talents to get money off pay-per-views for him. And we see that Papoose accepted Claressa Shields' invitation, knowing her situation. And then now he is her manager, producer, and writer. Her manager, producer, and writer. But when Remy put this out here, Claressa Shields said Remy Ma was lying. And she went to the internet and said she's lying. Papoose is not my manager. And said my manager is such and such. I forgot the name. Put the dude's name up. But, hold on. Let me find this for a second. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go right here. Y'all know I like to put up facts, man. And I don't just like to throw nothing out there. So, look at the date on here. May 23rd, 2025. Remy Ma had went live and Remy Ma had let it be known that Papoose was using Claressa Shields as a money deal, as a money catch come up. That's what she was saying. Hold on, wait. Let me see it. Hold on. Let me show it. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on. Let me play this. I got this. Let me play it. I think it's right here.
Your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy.
Okay, right there. And that's when she come back like, he ain't my manager. Papoose ain't my manager. Look, this Claressa Shields. Papoose is not my manager. Mark Taffet Media is my manager. I don't let nobody or I don't let nothing or nobody play with my money. Since I've been with Papoose, he has created opportunities for me to get bags. So all that talk was caps. See what I mean? And now guess what we find out? Remy wasn't capping. It was the truth. Papoose is her manager, her producer, and her writer. Remy wasn't lying. But where did Remy get all that information from? And see, this is the thing people don't get. Where was Remy getting all this information from? She was getting it from Papoose. Why was she getting it from Papoose? Remember, they married. They live together. He's telling Remy all the business. Remember, Remy is saying this before this stuff is even out in the open. Which means him and Remy is having these conversations in their home. It's just now that they mad, she's spilling the tea. Because she's going off of what he's telling her. This is a come up. This is a money lick. Just like you was using Easy the Block Captain for a money lick. Now I'm using this for a money lick. You wanted me to go along with your thing. Now I'm asking you to go along with my thing. I had to sit back and watch you do this with Easy the Black Captain. So you sit back and watch me do this with her. But guess what? We still keep the money under the roof. That's the danger of what I was saying about Claressa Shields have to be smart. Because you need more than just a commitment from a person saying something out of their mouth who's already still married, still in love with his wife. He shares nothing with you. He shares everything with his wife. He got a child by this woman. He's still legally married to her. And he got 20 years in with this lady. And again, your mind got you believing what you doing in 1 year can take away everything this man was doing with this woman for 20 years. He still got her tatted on his whole forearm. He don't even kiss you passionately. I know, I watch it. I'm a man myself. I watch it. I know it. He peck you on the lips like you would peck a family member. No passion is in it. Remy let it be known. You lied and said it wasn't true. For us to now find out that it is true. Remy was telling the truth. But your popularity drowned it out, her truth, as a result of what she did. And Pap was letting her know what was going on. And that's why she was aware of everything that was going on. I'm sorry. I just got to keep it real. I just got to tell the truth. We don't pick sides. We just put out the facts. We just put out the truth. That's it. And see, what a lot of people don't know is that Papoose is sexually sprung over Remy. Remy already let that be known. She already put that out. He even admits that. Do you know how a man operate who's really sprung? Money don't mean nothing to him. He feel his wife messed around on him because financially he wasn't the same as he used to be. Remember, Remy exposed him on having a gambling problem. Then according to Papoose, he said, yeah, I had a gambling problem, but it didn't affect none of our bills. But it affect other things. Because of the gambling problem, you believe that didn't affect none of your bills because you still paid the bills. It took away from other things as a result of what you probably would be normally giving her as a result of now struggling financially because of your gambling situation. That you may have believed led her into messing around with somebody else to make up for the money that y'all no longer have to still try to live above y'all means. So what do? You see Claressa Shields. You see she digging you. You know that this is a friend of Remy's. So you get back at her. You holler at her friend, but again, you or Remy don't know. Claressa just lurking. She waiting for opportunity presents itself. She's a boxer. She's skilled to look, just like in boxing, she look for holes and things like that and take advantage. She playing the same game. She there befriending Remy for 3-4 years. Then opportunity present itself when you and Remy going through it, and she pop up, spring up. She in the DMs. Hey, you want to come to my fight? Oh, sure. You looking at it like, oh, man, I don't care. She messing around with that dude on me. I'm going to get back at her. I'm going to talk to Claressa. I know that they cool. He know. You think all them 4 years, Claressa Shields and Remy talking to each other, Papoose don't have no knowledge of this, and this all he do. He know all her contacts, who she cool with, who she talked to, who she did. He know all that. And he felt like, okay, this is my come up then. I'm going to get my wife back. How I'm going to get my wife back? By bringing some more money in the house. Because according to Papoose, he already admitted Remy Ma's materialistic. And when you a man who you sprung on that box because she got you vagina whipped. And when a man is sprung, he don't care about the money. He'll give her every dime to stay between her legs. Trust me, every man knows this. The money ain't even a factor. You would go get the money to bring it to her to stay between her legs. Make no mistake about it. Why y'all think Remy's so quiet? She used to be very vocal. You know why she's so quiet now? Because she's seeing the money roll in. Why you think when Papoose be doing these interviews and then when it come up for him to speak on a Remy, why you think he shut it down automatically and never say nothing? He don't say nothing at all. We just saw him do 3 interviews and he like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to draft that. I don't want to talk about nothing. You don't want to talk about it at all in no type of way. You don't even want to express like, you know what? I feel betrayed and hurt. I put in all that time and I couldn't believe she did me like this. You know, I loved her. I just wanted to be with her. And for her to do that to our marriage, he don't want to say nothing. Why not now? Why now not want to say nothing? Because ever since them contracts been signed and all that money been coming in, just like what they agreed with behind the scene, that's what the agreement is now. Let me milk this cow. Let me milk this cow. That's what it is. She can't marry him. Remy still hold the cards. He didn't even want to get a divorce. He said out of his mouth, I asked her, we could divorce like adults. What you mean? That's an invitation. When a person is cheating on you with somebody else, I'm not asking you nothing. I'm getting the divorce. You've been screwing this man for how long? Since 2022? I'm removing you off my forearm. I'm leaving this house. You're not going to play me like that. But when you sprung and when you pee-whipped, you will stay there, being demeaned, being defiled, hating the fact of somebody else coming in there if you gone. Come on, man, I done been there before. I know how it works. I done been pee-whipped before by a woman. The money didn't mean nothing to me. I would give her every dime to stay between her legs. That's what he doing. He don't care. And that's why Remy ain't saying nothing. Go ahead and go on to y'all be amazed. Go do what you do. But what you don't know, sweetheart, oh yeah. Oh yeah. These lights stand on. This house is staying paid for. Why you think Easy so quiet? Why you think she didn't close that blinder down on Easy? Because the bigger money rolling in now. The bigger money rolling in. Claressa Shields put him in a position of success to bring in the bigger money, and guess what? We know what Pap gonna say. Like, look, let me milk this cow. You ain't even got to be talking to dude no more, because I got the bigger money rolling in. Remember when you was mad at me because I fell off and I wasn't having that big money rolling in, and you did what you did, trying to keep things afloat? You don't have to do that no more, because now I just land a big deal. I got a raise with TuneCore. I got a job with Win Records now, and I'm Claressa Shields, manager, writer, and producer. I just bought him 5 different incomes. So you still finna mess with this bump? Let me milk this cow. Just be quiet. I'm gonna hit you off. I'm gonna hit you off with what you need to do. You know what's up. Come on, we're not gonna play these games. People better open their eyes. They better wake up. They better smell the coffee. I do. Like, it is what it is. That's the truth. Because again, how would Remy know this and it wasn't put out yet.
Your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of you, your percentage, because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy.
See that? And that's the truth. She was telling the truth. You said it was a lie. She was telling the truth. She was telling the truth.
So when I slid in there, it was like, but I didn't even know that I liked him until like, probably about 2 weeks. We was texting back and forth.
We was texting back and forth for the longest.
Well, I love this part. You were texting, but then you sent each other poems.
She said she didn't even know she liked him to 2 weeks. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, no. Because again, it's already been proven that you was liking him ever since you was a teenager watching Love and Hip Hop. like your family and friends already exposed that. See what I mean? It's a lie. But it's a lie just to Remy shame so that it could make their images look pure, as though there was no bad intention behind us actually being together. When you knew ever since you was a teenager, you was infatuated with this man. You made it your business to befriend both him and Remy, not without them knowing how you really felt about either one of them. You waited till opportunity presented itself, and then, like you said, you slid into his DMs when you were seeing what was going on with him and Remy, and you invited him to a VIP. He already knew that you and Remy were friends and cool. He understood what you were doing, so he took it upon himself to use that advantage, got to know you clear, put himself in position to win, to actually win back his wife financially. That's what it was. Let me show y'all something. Watch this. So let's check it out. Win Records, Ruben Branson, and Papoose. This is a global entertainment company that includes music recording, distribution, live events. CEO Ruben Branson and rapper Papoose are key figures in the company. Live events. Win Records has promoted concerts for artists like DeVito at venues such as State Farm Arena in Atlanta. They have also sponsored events like the Trick or Trap concert at the Moody Center. Watch this. Boxer promotion. The company has sponsored and promoted professional boxer Claressa Shields. A promotion in July 2025 offered $15 million for a fight against Layla Ali. So notice, it's also a boxing promotional company. See that? By who? Ruben Branson and Papoose. See that? Yeah. He controlled her career. And that's all I'm saying, man. So I just don't be deceived by the lies, man. And we just gonna be covering some things, man. I'm gonna continue to bring y'all the truth. But there you go right there. There ain't no way to get around these things, man. And that's who she now signed to. Claressa Shields is signed to Win Records, Promotions, and label. Okay? So they're going to be handling her boxing and her music. And it's under Papoose. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's some question. It's yours.